What up, what up? Funny but foul. Here for all the people that don't got no daddies. You know what I'm saying? Take our morals and just put it towards your life. If your mom left you, man, I ain't got nothing for you, son. Get some big sister help, baby. Shout out to all the fighters that got knocked out for my entertainment purposes. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to be able to remember your kid's name, but I'll remember this for another 3 weeks, baby. Shout out Ngannou. Shout out Tyron. Shout out all the motherfuckers that took a risk. And that's all life's about, baby. Taking a risk and dealing with the fucking aftermath. Welcome to Funny But Foul. Share, subscribe, enjoy. And most importantly, don't forget the hand that fed your ass. Don't forget that hand. Thank you.
Oh, bro.
What's up? What's up, guys?
We're coming at you live.
Coming at you live,
it's
Daddy.
Oh,
And it's going crazy with Tyron Woodley right now. 149
oh, he is
on
stumbling.
the first round.
He is going. Oh, he is.
Tyron Woodley. Jesus Christ.
He's
Holy
knocked out on his
fuck.
feet, my guy.
Holy shit.
Here comes Luque. My
It's going,
God, with
and
the
it's
knees,
going
with the
fucking
hands.
strong. Jesus Christ. Tyron's
did I
down
tell-
on the ground
What
right
did
now.
what did I say earlier? I think I said
Jesus Christ.
if Tyron
You
gets
better
knocked
get
out,
out of that. Nope, he
Oh.
doesn't have it in it. He doesn't have a proper
You don't think so?
No. He's got a head and arm, but it's not proper positioning.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of gaps in there. He's got lots of gaps. He's
Oh, that's
That's it. Wow!
Holy.
Tyron Woodley!
Holy.
You fucking guy!
Wow.
Wow! It's
Wow.
over. Head and arm choke by Vicente Luque. Tyron came out too quick. I think that's it.
Yeah,
I think that's it.
I was saying, okay, I mean, we kind of came into this live, so everyone's going to be like, what the fuck's going on? But
Wow.
when we were discussing this before we went live, I was thinking, okay, Woodley has had a rough He's had a rough three-fight skid, and it hasn't been good for him. So at this point, he's fighting what is still a top
Wow.
10 contender in Luque. But
Wow, Tyron Woodley.
this was, I think,
Wow.
in my opinion, his last
Oh.
chance at proving himself to be within that
That's
top
it.
10%.
Nope.
That top 10. If
Oh.
after this, Tyron has to sit down with himself and his family and think, okay, do I want to still fight for a paycheck for the money because, as an income?
It's over.
Or do I actually want to fight for some kind of championship, or am I just done?
No, it's over.
So if he still wants to fight just for a paycheck, they'll keep him on. That's no big deal. Fight some top 20 guys, beat some journeyman fighter.
Yeah, but you're gonna be you're not gonna be co-main event.
No,
You're
that's
not gonna
fine.
be any of
But
that shit.
that's what I'm saying. Like,
What you're gonna be doing is
He needs
you're
to-
gonna be going the BJ Penn route.
But he needs to make that decision for himself. And the other thing is,
It's embarrassing. Man.
if he wants to fight for a championship, he needs to go to
It's goddamn embarrassing.
different-
Look at his face. Man.
different promotion.
He's 38 years old,
If,
man.
I think if he still has that, I want to fight for a championship, he needs to really sit down with his team and be like, okay, is that even realistic here? And if
Who
it's
is this
not,
guy? Isn't that the guy that fought Usman? What's his name?
fought Usman. Oh,
What's his fucking name, man? Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. What's his fucking name?
no, Gilbert Burns.
Wow. I'm a fucking retard. Look at his face, man.
Maybe that should be the name of our new. We're gonna when we rebrand the
The retards.
the retard and the ape.
I'm very apish.
and then we have to ask our viewers which one who do you think is who?
Yeah, our seven subscribers.
Who's the
Jesus
retard?
Christ.
Who's the ape?
Man, I think out of respect for Woodley, right now, we got to blaze up. We got to do a shot. It's the end of an era for Woodley. He's a fucking savage. I'm proud of him for all the accomplishments he's done. I'm nobody, but as a fan, I think he should retire and save his legacy.
This is sad because
And,
this is his fourth straight loss in a row, and now a submission loss. The other ones were unanimous decisions.
He was gassed, bro.
But
He
this
was
is bad.
done. He was done. He was done a while.
He was getting picked apart.
I think he thought that if he gave... See, the thing with Woodley is Woodley's game is based kind of like Vitor's game. They have a rush. They have a
I was
rush.
gonna say, I think he's best as a counterpuncher, to be honest with you.
No, he's not a counterpuncher at all.
if anything, Woodley has a rush. He rushes dudes, and if you can sustain that rush like Luque just did, then you're good. It's funny because I think having Gilbert Burns in your corner would actually be wow. Vicente Luque is very accomplished. He's 29 years old with 12 fucking
Finishes.
Finishes. That's he's right behind.
That's impressive.
Matt Hughes, Matt
tied,
Brown,
tied with
category.
Matt Hughes.
I mean, dude, listen, man. Matt Hughes goes down as probably top 5 welterweights all time.
Yeah.
All time. And for him to have, it's crazy though. You know what's crazy, man?
What?
To me, when I think about it, Matt Hughes is so much smaller than Tyron Woodley. Like if I had to think about it, I would say they're not in the same weight class.
He had those like farmer thick arms though. If you looked at his like forearms, and it's because he grew up on a farm and he's got that white boy like thick arm strength to him. He almost,
for sure, but he's just like size wise,
like no bicep almost, because it's just one continuous arm.
I don't know if it's because I think Woodley is huge or what's the deal.
I mean, Woodley's a thick boy,
bias or what it is, but I think Matt Hughes, man, just if I had to if I didn't know that they're in the same, I would think Matt Hughes is a 155er.
I think if you looked at it again, you'd be surprised.
Matt Hughes wasn't tall.
When's the last time you saw Matt Hughes in the ring? 15
Forever.
years ago. Yeah, it's a
Forever.
long time, right?
Forever.
So I think maybe we're our thought process or our memory's a bit skewed. If we pull up some like photos, maybe a bit different. Like who are big guys back in the day in the welterweight division? You had Frank Trigg,
George,
Trigg,
St. Pierre.
George, John Fitch was a skinny boy, but he was tall.
Who beat Robbie Lawler was fucking huge.
McDonald,
Matt Brown was big. McDonald was huge.
Oh yeah, no, he was a lank. Yeah, he was.
No, I'm saying as far as popularity.
Oh yeah. Oh man, 100%.
Matt Hughes was big. Sarah was big. Sarah beat fucking George St. Pierre.
And that was it.
Dude, if all I did, listen to me. If all I fucking did in my life was beat George St. Pierre and that was all I was known for and the rest of my life was a failure, that's more than any of our friends have done.
But we're not doing that. That's not our comparison. I'm not comparing Matt Serra with fucking JoJo down the street, fixing up my
Rest in
drywall.
peace.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm comparing I'm comparing Matt Serra against the other fighters of the era. That's what I'm doing.
I wish fucking JoJo knew how to do drywall. Okay? That would save him from having like 13 misdemeanors.
So what I'm saying is that I'm comparing Matt Serra against the other top fighters of the era. And so
I think
Matt
he's
Serra
top.
I don't think he's actually that good of a fighter. I think he got lucky with that knockout. Anyone who actually looked at his career, I think would agree because he never came close to even scratching that level of competition later on or before, really.
People
I
peak
think I was
differently. People peak differently.
but he didn't beat anybody else after that.
No,
right?
he had wins after George St. Pierre. It just wasn't notable wins.
Yeah, no one in the top. I don't think anyone in the top 10 after that, or before that, really. He was never like that kind of fighter, which is not a knock against him. You're still a fucking good fighter to get in the UFC at that, especially back then.
Yeah,
but
no, I think.
But if you're talking about like the top welterweights of the division, especially over the course of history, like you're talking about all-time greats there, and Matt Hughes and GSP and fucking the Lawler and McDonald, right? So
it's just to break this up real quick. It's been 4 years since fucking Perez died.
Yeah, well, I was gonna say not to the day because that's like
it's September 3rd.
It falls on my birthday because like the funeral was on my birthday.
Yours September 3rd.
8th.
My sister's September 3rd.
Oh, that's nuts.
It's fucking crazy, man.
Yeah,
Rest in peace. This is to Perez, man. This is Perez and fucking Tyron Woodley. Fucking rip to an era.
Rip.
Salute.
Who is that?
I don't know, but he looks like a twink.
Oh, yeah, this isn't,
We got
this isn't live.
We got my dog, Senora, joining us here. She's kind of high, so she doesn't want to do commentary. Maybe next time. Maybe next time. You want to chase that with a little bit of Coke?
Sure. Oh, there's the thick boy.
Thick Boy Bike Club.
So
Shout
who
out.
are we gonna see today? Are we gonna see fucking Killer Ngannou, or are we gonna see Nervous Ngannou?
A little bit of both. I think he's
think so?
gonna have to feel him out. I think they're totally different than where they fought initially.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
They had to make another fucking Godzilla movie, did they? Fucking Christ, man. Jesus.
This one looks good though. I mean, if I was 7 years old, imagine like this is fucking nuts to see, man. A kid, Godzilla. Are you kidding me? What is this shit?
Well, they just told me what's gonna happen.
That's okay. I'm
Right?
7 years old. I don't care.
Yeah, but you're not. You're 27.
No, I'm never gonna see this. I don't give a shit.
Okay, fair. That Buffalo Trace was fucking smooth.
I haven't had Buffalo Trace before.
I think from my experience, Wiser's is smoother.
Mm-hmm.
Wiser's has a little bit more
And the other thing, I don't know.
tangerine taste to it, where it makes it smoother and less alcoholic.
I don't normally shoot my whiskey. I normally just I sip it.
I don't like sipping whiskey. I hate the taste of alcohol.
Oh, fair enough.
I
fair
hate
enough,
the taste of alcohol.
Fair enough.
Do you see number 4, Cyril Gain? That's a guy we need to look out for. He's from France.
Let's get him,
Beautiful jiu-jitsu.
let's get him on the podcast.
Beautiful jiu-jitsu. This guy is 6'4", 265, natural. I don't know how.
Natural?
I don't know how. Listen to me. These guys,
Well, I'm listening.
they're sauced up to the gills, but it might just be growth hormone.
Within that, it's like like natural relative to the other guys, because there's guys who juice and you're like, okay, and there's guys who juice and you're like, all right, man, come on, let's just like take it easy with that shit.
Like Uberim.
Yeah,
Remember
like
Uberim?
let's just.
Jesus Christ, this guy was huge. Uberim was sauced to the gills.
I love Dubery, man.
Uberim
Him
was
and
nuts.
TRT Titor,
Vitor.
TR Tour, that was amazing, man. Watching that guy,
TRT Vitor was
because
dream.
there were two
bro.
phases to him. There was the early when he came out and just his
240,
his UFC
size
debut.
9
Yeah,
foot.
yeah. It was like, no neck, and then there was like the mature TR Tour. Like I got a chemist. That does my shit now.
I think mature TRT Vitor versus
Debut T Tour.
yeah, he was even more saucy than 19-year-old Vitor.
Oh, you think so? Actually,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
that makes
Oh,
sense.
bro.
I guess just his
Do you
body.
remember his fight against what was that cocky white guy? That American fucking cocky white guy, 185er? He's about 6'2".
Rockhold.
Rockhold.
Yeah, the knockout. The heel. Yeah.
Rockhold and him, the stare down, it looked like a father trying to teach a son how to like stay in school.
I guess
it was
his-
redonkulous.
I guess his body just reacted differently at 19 to whatever he was putting in, because he
Mm-hmm.
looks just like the fucking mini Hulk.
the thing
Like,
is,
his traps
they
were
say
insane.
that I know a lot of info about roids and how it affects you, but they say that if you do it in your growth stages, which means under 25,
Yeah.
you physically change your physiology forever.
Permanently.
Permanently.
Interesting.
And what it does is it links to your receptors,
Okay.
like your androgen receptors.
Mm-hmm.
And it basically works like muscle memory. At any point, you can blow up instantly,
What the fuck?
instantaneously. Versus a guy like you, like you're 27.
Yeah.
If you never did roids,
Yeah.
and you did roids at 40, you wouldn't stand a chance against a guy who did roids when he was like 17.
Oh yeah. No, I believe
No
that. I
chance.
believe that.
Even though when he gets off roids, he's gonna have lower testosterone
yeah.
than you. His body's meiosis,
Mm-hmm.
like his baseline,
Yeah,
is higher than yours
I believe that.
because he's grown into.
Oh, that was disgusting.
Wow, did
We
you see his
just,
toes?
we just saw a highlight right now where it's
it's just going through highlights of
it was the
Ngannou.
Ngannou ovarian highlight, and oh man, I remember when when that fight happened the next day.
4 years ago,
everyone-
man.
Everyone was posting about that shit because that was ridiculous.
4 years
on
ago.
his back step, Ngannou manages to crank
Just a fucking
him.
Jesus.
The amount of torque. Oh man. All right, enough masturbating over Ngannou. How do you think this fight's gonna play out from Miocic?
I think I'm gonna go back to what I said last week. It's gonna be a whole 2 rounds, It's up in the air right now. It's going to be 2 rounds
I remember.
of
I remember you saying you're gonna decide within the first 30 seconds how this fight was gonna play out.
You could tell by movement because
Yeah.
you could see the sharpness, the pep in the step.
Pep in the step.
Yep. Old
It's true.
school
It's true.
old
No,
school
it's true.
boxing
I mean,
terminology,
yeah, it's true.
baby.
It's true.
You could tell right away.
Sweet science, baby.
You could tell right away. Hey, I'm kind of done with the Buffalo Trace.
Yeah,
I
I'm
think
done.
it was too much.
Yeah. No, I'm okay with it because we're gonna
Yeah.
be doing other things in a bit.
It's Amir and Ngannou going bald up top.
I think he's trying to cover it up by going with the high fade. But yeah, I'm got the hairline. Hairline analysis brought to you by Funny But Foul,
What's up,
coming from 2 current.
bald motherfuckers?
What the fuck is he on this? Is that like a? Well, that's a specialty mask.
He's good, bro. He's got a carpenter's mask on.
That's
Okay.
like that's a 3D printed carpenter's
Okay.
mask.
That thing he's gonna do fucking sanding fucking concrete blocks after this in fucking Ghana. That's a thick motherfucker.
I was gonna
the
say.
guy
I was gonna
that's
say.
checking
Please
him is
describe
even-
this for the viewers.
Okay, 6'2", 390, black as fuck. This guy, I would
Put him in the ring.
listen. This guy that's checking Ngannou, if he's got like his fucking straps, if he's got like the mouth guard, everything, and Vaselining him up, is the thickest dude I've ever fucking seen in my life, man. Holy shit, this guy's
I mean,
forearms is bigger than Ngannou's arms.
And he looks like
Thick kid.
He looks a bit dangerous, man.
He looks like they're cousins. Let's be honest. What's that shit on his
Arm?
left rear delt? Looks like a little bit of jizz. I think he busted a nut backstage and it just went high up.
looks
son.
like scarring.
Hey, you believe in that shit of not
What?
busting nuts and raising your test?
No.
Like Tyson?
No, I think it's been disproven.
Listen, let me tell you one thing.
You know,
In
there's
prison, listen to me. In prison, I didn't bust nuts because there's no girls around, so there's no motivation to
Sure.
bust nuts. All right?
Oh, but didn't you? What? You didn't jerk off?
I didn't jerk off.
Fuck off.
Straight
I'm
up.
proud of you. How long?
127 days, and I came back, and the third day I was back, so 130 days. I busted a nut.
Did you just
130
explode
days.
all over your bed?
Not only did I, no, I was in the shower. Hold on. Not only did I jizz like half a liter,
Christ.
but I was ready to go again,
I was gonna say, did you pass out from
back to back.
that? Jesus.
No, I like to, when I bust nuts and I get euphoric, I like to close my eyes
Yeah.
and just imagine the bitch that I want to fuck.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because sometimes you just can't fuck them, man. It's just like, you just can't. So you just got to deal with it how you can deal with it. Does he have staff? He looks like he's got. No!
I see a bit of it.
Fuck you! Please
I
don't
see
do
a
this
bit of
right
it.
now. Jesus Christ, man!
The legal stream that we're watching is at an all-time high in traffic, so we're just gonna look at
Fucking Christ!
getting that fixed.
You think I should do it again, or should I just leave it?
Yeah, go ahead and refresh it. Refresh our legal stream, just for the
I
viewers.
can't believe I paid $80 for this.
I know, man. I hate it when
Wink, wink.
we pay all this money for streams and it doesn't work. But it's glad to see that after we refresh our legal stream, that we're all good. I don't think
Well-
he's got staff. I think it might just be a little, because staff is a bit more obvious sometimes, like on the chest.
Early staff.
Yeah.
Have you had early staff?
Never had staff.
I had staff when
I wouldn't brag about that.
in grade 12. Well, I had staff, and the principal's daughter had also staff because she came down and she gave us staff.
Really?
Yeah, because she came. I think I don't know if you remember this, but it's a long time ago. Anyway, so volleyball season is right before wrestling season.
Can I open one of these, by the way?
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Alright.
Just keep it away from the mic, please. Jesus.
I think
Christ.
it won't, because it's the.
I know,
dynamic.
but
We're fine.
I'm saying just
We're fine. Go ahead.
Yo, please grab a scissor, man.
I got it. It's already open. Ow, Senora. Oh my God. You're saying?
What's it called? Grab a tissue and put it on tissue.
Yeah, sure. Keep going.
Yeah, so
Volleyball.
so she came by and she was done volleyball, and you know she got 11 letters of recommendation. You know that?
For what?
Like, you know how Vic went to Perez for a letter of recommendation?
Yeah.
She's got 11.
Just from, you mean from different teachers and shit?
Dude, she was on Dean's list when she graduated university.
I believe it, I guess.
Believe it? What are you talking about? I guarantee it, dude. This chick was one of the smartest girls I've ever met in my life. I had a big.
I took class with her. Like I did.
I took three.
I took AP Chem with her.
I took 4 classes with her. She was in my. We were both taking grade 12 math and grade 10.
Okay.
And this, like, I'm pretty good at math. All right. Math and physics, I'm all right. Those are my. Hey, come
You
on,
like?
man.
Oh, you like physics?
I love physics.
Nice.
Physics makes more sense to me than like biology. And it makes more sense as far as I could relate it to real life.
Sorry, but Miocic does not look that great.
Miocic looks like he just did a fucking house that's burning and he was just fucking watering it down. That's what he looks like. He looks
Yeah,
like he
dude,
just
he looks-
woke up from a fucking nap and Jesus fucking Christ. He got a new tattoo, huh? What's with these fucking half a retard tattoos? I don't understand.
Don't you want to have a retard tattoo?
I don't, man. 38, damn. 34. Ngannou's not young, bro. 234, 263. They're both 6'4", which I don't fucking believe. I think Ngannou's actually 6'4", and I think Miocic is like a fake 6'4". Miocic with the 80-inch reach, and Ngannou with the 83.
Pretty, I mean,
So 4 years difference. Ngannou, like right there, Ngannou looks fucking
that's
nuts.
that's a primo photo of Ngannou.
That's primo. Like he's
if I'm
just
Ngannou,
came off
I'm
Anavar.
taking that and that's gonna be my life. portrait.
Instagram,
Yeah, everything.
Twitter. Come suck my dick.
Basically.
What's with the hair, bro? Comb it over. He's going bald too. Why are all these guys going bald, man?
The whole world's going bald, my guy.
66% of men go bald.
It is actually pretty high. Herb Dean though, he's fine.
Herb's fat though.
Yeah, but we're not talking about that.
If you're skinny or you're fat, usually you have low DHT, which doesn't affect your hairline. If you're muscular, you will have high DHT, or you're genetically disposed. You're genetically disposed. I'm muscular. We're both going bald.
Are you okay? Are you not also genetically disposed?
I'm not.
Really?
No.
Mom-
Father, full set of
mom's
hair.
dad?
Mom's dad, full set of hair, 92 years old. It's okay. I'm going to go to Turkey when this COVID shit's over and get 13 hair transplants.
Turkey Hair Club, shout out. At Turkey Hair Club.
What's up?
I am actually gonna need those scissors.
Huh?
I'm gonna need those scissors
What do you mean?
to open this.
Did you do it?
No, I don't know where your scissors are.
What happened to those scissors, those snips?
Oh, these are not. This is a piece of shit.
Dude, you don't.
These are not sharp.
Listen, guys, I have done
All right, show 'em.
$20,000 HVAC work with this, and I'm not even an HVAC guy. And this guy's telling me he can't do this? Come on, son. I feel like I'm somebody's father, you know? Dad, can you open this for me?
You might be someone's father, not know it.
Multiple kids. Illegitimate. But you know what? Listen, if you think I'm your dad, I'll
me.
support you, man. Call me. I'll support you. I will for sure emotionally support you, and then we'll talk about financial once we do a DNA test. Dude, I'm telling you, this is terrible for fucking.
I bet you can't hear it.
I could hear it. When you're chewing, I can hear it.
Can you?
100%.
Or do you think you can hear me and you don't actually?
No, when you do it, when you're eating, step away from the mic.
Step away.
Dude, you said you wanted the fucking thing.
Oh, yeah,
You
fuck.
fuck. Just drink this. This is better. They're
I
underrated.
didn't realize it was right there.
These are
All
underrated.
right, cheers.
Cheers. Thanks for coming, man.
Yeah, of course, man.
This, that we're just starting with the podcast, but I'm glad that I can, I hated this motherfucker for years. And I'm glad that, we became friends. It's funny. Life works really funny. The people that you least expect to be friends with become your friend. I never thought probably 40% of my friends were going to be my friends. See? They're not both 6'4". Ngannou is at least an inch taller.
Okay, all these stats are just fuck. I bet you if we were to be in the ring, they'd be like 6'6", 6'5".
No,
It's like
come
some
on.
bullshit.
Take it easy there, Daniel
Some
White.
bullshit, man.
Listen, I'm like 6 feet, but barely. and I would be listed at 6'1", 6'2".
Oh, definitely.
This guy I'd be 6'2" for sure.
Definitely.
If Emil was a fighter, he'd be 6'2" for sure.
Easily.
Vic would be a 5'10".
Yeah,
It's
oh,
like,
yeah,
bro,
yeah.
please.
Yeah.
Please.
Oh, here we go.
Here we go,
Oh
baby.
my God. All right. 30 seconds. It's gonna dictate the whole fight.
452.
Better not be some bullshit.
451.
If it's some bullshit, I'm gonna be so
Man,
pissed. I'm gonna be so
I wish I
pissed.
rolled the joint right before
I'm
this.
so pissed.
Fuck. Pass me that bag right there. I want you to smell something.
Oh, okay. One of those. If it's the same as last week, that'll be good.
Oh, this one's better, bro. I hope you like this one as much as last week's, but this one, I'm telling you right now, this stuff, primo. Be honest.
Yeah, this is good. This is like reminds me of last week's.
This is called Tuna Kush, Puff Daddy.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh
Okay.
my
Okay.
God.
Okay.
Oh my
Okay.
God.
Okay.
He wants to hit the meat bag like Rocky in Rocky 1. My God.
We're seeing Ngannou controlled. He's a little bit flinchy.
I think there's
Stipe-
something to be said about their first encounter. Ngannou
Yeah.
realized that he fought someone who actually knows how to fight. And
Big
he's like-
time.
And he's like, okay,
Not only does Stipe know how to fight, but he's an elite fighter.
of course.
He's probably the most accomplished heavyweight, even past Kane, even
Ever.
past
No,
Uber.
ever. Oh my.
Oh my God! He just took that to the head. Stipe just took a
Bro.
straight right punch to the head. And honestly,
Dude, I'm
man, if he can
nervous.
take 5 more of those, I think he wins the fight.
Bro, I am nervous. That was
I want to see
That was
Ngannou in the second
heavy.
round. So it's been a minute. My
that was
the
heavy.
composition I see right now is Ngannou's forcing it, and Stipe
Oh,
is,
takedown? Do
is
we get a
trying to do a takedown.
He's got the single
Ngannou's
leg.
got good defense. Ngannou's got good sprawl.
Very good sprawl.
Wow!
Very good sprawl.
Wow!
Very good sprawl.
Wow! Ngannou took Stipe's back. Jesus!
Oh!
Jesus Christ! Wow!
Oh, this might be it for Stipe.
Wow!
He's taking some
Stipe!
shots to the dome.
Wow! Ngannou's doing some ground and pound.
This is a fucking fight,
This is a
my
good
friends.
fight. This is a good
Anybody
fucking
who's tuning
fight.
in,
This is a good
this is a
fucking
good one.
fight, man. Jesus fucking Christ. This is a good fight.
This is a ooh.
I have probably 200% more testosterone just watching these dudes bang, bro. This shit.
There's something about
I'm ready to go to
watching
war.
heavyweight top tier fighters going at it that's just different than any other division.
That was impressive, though. That was impressive.
Like-
If I had to bet
Oh,
right now,
yeah.
Ngannou is looking good.
Seeing over
Ngannou is looking good.
500 pounds of human mass just like collide is
Stipe looks.
ridiculous.
Oh my God! Fuck you! Please don't fuck with me
I
right
hate
now.
when our legal streams just fucking damage their whole.
Miocic, I would say got a 10-8, maybe 10-9.
I don't think 10-8. I don't think that's worthy of a 10-8.
Are you kidding me? Oh my God!
I'm not kidding you. I think a 10-8.
Look! Boom! Right to the head. That's
For-
the start.
for a-
Right? He got dazzled
For
there.
a 10-8 to be done on a stand up takes a lot. These judges just don't do it. There needs to be some like active work on the ground.
Miocic tries to take the leg.
Yeah, didn't go for that thing.
Ngannou
Didn't get it.
sprawls.
Didn't get
I
it.
mean, it makes sense. Ngannou's so much stronger.
And taller. No, sorry, not
He's
so
got
much.
30 pounds on him.
This is 30. Wait, when did 260? What did Miocic came on at?
263 to 234.
Christ.
Are you fucking kidding me? That would work if you know nothing. Boom. Stipe's out of it. Ngannou looks tired a little bit.
Yeah, it does. It's a lot of
Stipe
body mass.
is dazzled. I guarantee you. Look at his eye. Stipe is dazzled. Stipe is dazzled.
I
and
think Ngannou is still falling into his. I mean, and I don't blame him because it's what found him success. But he's falling into that whole like, I throw heavy punches. I throw them.
everybody falls into their strengths though.
But the thing is, like his are
Hector.
like when he throws that overhand right. Personally, I think Miocic is gonna time that.
I don't know.
That right.
I
We'll
don't
see
know.
it. That's my prediction for the fight.
You think you
If-
got Miocic?
Because it's gonna be the same bullshit that.
You got Miocic?
Oh, just kidding.
If
He
you
threw a
got
left. He threw a left there.
look,
He threw a left.
He's done. He stumbled. Boom.
That's it.
Out.
Oh.
That's it.
Oh my God.
Boom.
My
and
Lord.
there it is. Ngannou with a
Christ
knockout
almighty.
on Miocic. Wow. And there you have it. Your new heavyweight champion of the world.
You know what's crazy? The whole time I was like, yo, he's going to time the right. And as soon as I said that, he decides to throw a left.
Do you know why?
Good work by Ngannou. Very
Ngannou
good
has.
work.
I told you guys right away. I didn't say it in the first 30 seconds, but I said it a minute and a half in. Ngannou looked tighter, and as I said before, he's had enough fights past the Stipe fight that he got to
He's
get
grown.
confidence back.
The biggest thing was the mind thing for him because he even could have taken if the Ngannou before Miocic, if that prime fighter had showed up on the first Miocic fight,
Wow!
he would've
Look at
taken
that! Look at that! Boom!
the
Stumbles him.
the left.
Stipe needs to retire.
I don't know about that.
Oh, please!
Come on.
I thought he should retire during the 2 wars against Daniel Cormier. Can you stop with these fucking nuts, bro? Please. I can literally hear you. I can hear you. It's terrible.
You can hear me, but can the mic hear me?
I can hear you. I can't
sure?
hear what you're
All right.
outside. If I take these off, I can't hear you anymore.
Okay.
Literally pulling a Brendan Schaub. Wow.
Oh, that hammer fist. Ugh. Was that neat? Ugh. Oh God. That's like the O'Malley.
Wow.
What a way to win! What a way to win your first title.
Listen, I don't think he keeps the title for that long because he's not very gifted, but I think he's improved big time in
Oh, look at Cormier. Oh, on retiring.
No, he would get cranked.
I don't know. Maybe
Are you kidding me?
he can take anybody down, and I wonder
He
how
can't
Ngannou
take
would-
anybody down. He couldn't take fucking John Jones
That's the
down.
only fighter he's ever taken down.
Okay, let me explain to you one more time. Daniel Cormier has a tough time taking down Stipe Miocic. Yes, that's why they stood up and banged.
I don't know about that.
Okay? Secondly, we just saw what Stipe Miocic tried to do in Ngannou. Now, Stipe Miocic is a natural 235. Okay? Daniel Cormier is a natural 200 pounds. That's like me trying to take down Ngannou. It's not going to fucking
I
happen.
disagree with your assessment.
I've rolled, listen, just naturally, like with no skills, I've rolled with dudes that are 270. Like sauced up to the gills. I've rolled with these guys. And I've seen dudes like SFU, national competitors, Hector.
Yeah.
National competitors. Roll with dudes that are 265. They have to work on their back, these guys.
What do you mean?
What I mean is they can't be on top with a guy who's 265.
Okay.
They have to work off their back as far as jiu-jitsu. They can't have top domination
Is that
on guys.
Usman there? That's Usman.
Is that? Let me see. I
Yeah.
don't know. I'm getting
Why
a
watch the
cock
pan out?
picture. Yep. Usman.
Right?
Usman looks fucking good, man. He looks tall.
Doesn't look so small anymore, does he?
He doesn't look no.
Right
he
beside
he doesn't,
Ngannou?
he doesn't look thick, but he's tall. His shoulders are wide.
Yeah, man. Right beside Ngannou. Look at that.
You know, Usman's not really fucking African, and I don't mean that racially. Like, I mean, like he might be from Africa. Of course, he's from Africa. All black guys are from Africa.
He's Nigerian.
But his name is Marty.
What do you mean his name is Marty?
His real name is not Kamaru.
So what is Kamaru?
Kamaru is a name that he changed his name into. That's why.
Or is it the other way around?
Nope. His name is Marty.
Okay.
His name is actually Marty.
Didn't he grow up in Nigeria?
No, he was born in America.
You gonna settle on this?
I'm not gonna
There
put
we
money
go.
down.
No
but
money, no money.
No money. But the feeling of it, I think he was born in America. His English is too good. You know, even I
You'd
came
be
to-
surprised. Nigerians have really good English. I've met Nigerians
Please,
from Nigeria.
I've dealt drugs with Nigerians. They don't have good English.
They have their accent that's thick as fuck.
Look at me.
Yeah, but it's they
Look
got
at me here.
it. He's born in Nigeria.
born in Nigeria. When did he move to Canada?
I think he
Or when did he move to
I
America?
think he went to University of
Boom!
America. I think.
No way. He has no accent, bro. There's no way he just went to university. Come on, man. There's no way. Even if he was proficient in English, he would still have a major accent. Even if he knew the vocabulary.
8 years old. 8 years old.
Bro, he came here before
into
I
Texas.
came here.
Into
Are you
Texas.
fucking kidding me?
Into Texas.
This guy is fucking American as it gets. So
So are you as Canadian as it gets then?
I came here way later than he did.
What's way later? You came here what? 12?
Yeah, but as far as linguistics
Oh,
is different.
4 years, man. Come on.
Dude, I'm telling you, when you hit a certain age, like my sister got lucky that when she came to Canada, she didn't have an accent.
Right.
Because when you hit like 14, you have a high probability.
I think
of,
everyone's speech pathology develops a bit differently, but okay. I see what you're saying.
Do you know what I mean?
I do think that it is different for everyone because there are some people who come here when they're because I've met this. Come here when they're fucking 6
Yep.
and just cannot get a grasp for like the fucking.
But those are the
accent.
half the fucking mooks.
And I'm like, come on, guys, you've been here for fucking 30 years. Come on.
Dude, I don't know if it's the alcohol, but we got a ton of energy. We got a ton of energy.
We're just fucking in it. I think it was the fights too, man.
The fights were
God
fucking
damn.
good. Fucking what's his fucking name?
Ngannou?
Ngannou, man. Wow. Like congratulations.
I want to watch that again. Actually,
Congratulations. That was a fantastic fight.
It was.
And what got me I was kind of taken back of how good his sprawl was. He sprawled
Very,
so
very good.
well.
It
Took Stipe's back, started grounding pound, caught him a few times, and if it wasn't for copyright, I'd watch what Joe Rogan's telling him right now. But
it was always the
it was beautiful, man.
he always had the physical tools
absolutely beautiful.
to defend that stuff really well. He's got the limb length to do a great
A lot of
sprawl,
people, a
great
lot of
sprawl.
people that are very profound in fighting and MMA and mixed martial arts, all have guessed that Ngannou would be top tier guy within 3 or 4 year span. I mean, he's the fastest raising star.
With the right training and the mindset.
He's the
I mean,
fastest
why
raising
not?
star.
Why not?
What do you think of him and Derek Lewis right now?
I think Derek Lewis is. I love him. You know why? As fucking. He should not be where he is. If you look in from as a physical specimen point of view, you're like, what the fuck are you doing?
But MMA is not based on physical specimen.
Oh, you look at Ngannou and you say, yeah, it is.
But he's an exception. If there was a guy bigger than Ngannou with his skills, Ngannou wouldn't be Ngannou.
Mark Kerr, baby. Love Mark Kerr.
Mark Kerr never knew how to throw a punch. This is the difference.
I love Mark Kerr.
This is the difference.
If you could ever take like a
I don't know if
fucking-
it's because Ngannou's black, or
It is.
because I don't know what it is. Okay, I think it has to do with joint stability, and I think that that differs. I don't know if Asians have it better, black people have it better.
What are you talking about
I know
right now?
white people don't have it the best. I think white
joint
people have it the worst.
stability.
Yes. So joint stability equates to torque, because if you have the right, Ngannou is actually fairly flexible. When you look at his shoulder rotation and the way he moves his hips, that's how he generates so much power.
Every
Now-
boxer will tell you it starts from the ground up.
Okay,
Yeah, I know that.
So exactly my point. Like guys like Mark Kerr couldn't generate the same power because he wasn't as flexible.
Well, no, of course that's why I love these guys.
But
They're cartoon characters. That's what I'm saying.
I know Ngannou is like the perfect size because Ngannou isn't super big.
Mm-hmm.
He's the equivalent of a guy who's 6 foot and 200 pounds.
I don't understand what that means. That's very.
What I
confusing
mean
to
is
say
like
shit this.
when you at certain heights, okay, every inch is supposed to be 10 pounds. So if you're at 6'1" and
Yeah.
I'm 6 and we're brothers,
Yeah.
we have the same build,
Mhm.
and you're 6'1" and I'm 6, you should be 210 and I should be 200.
Right. Okay.
Or if I'm 210, you should be 220.
Okay.
Right? If we equate ratio-wise the same size arms, same size waist,
Yeah. Yeah.
same size legs, blah blah blah. Now, Ngannou is 260
Mhm.
at 6'4".
Okay. So you're saying if he was 6, he'd be 200 pounds.
He'd be the equivalent of
Oh,
200.
let's just watch that again. Oh,
Wow.
that left. That left.
Wow. Boom, boom, boom. Uppercut.
You know what's crazy? How did Ngannou throw that first left?
Just
It was a
fucking
pseudo uppercut. How did he get knocked out by Cormier the first time? Fucking uppercut. Miocic,
No, it wasn't uppercut.
oh,
it
it was an
elbow.
uppercut.
It was an elbow.
Well, look at that top 10 list of the UFC heavyweights.
I think
There's not much there, to be honest.
I think Cyril will give him a hard time because Cyril is a black belt on the ground.
but
or a
are they
brown
gonna
belt.
give him? Are they gonna give him that right away? And not
They
like
might build up Cyril. Actually.
not Cyril to Ngannou, but the other way around. Are they gonna give Cyril a title shot right away? I don't think so.
Well, who's top 3?
The problem is all the top 3 Ngannou's already beat.
No, he hasn't. He
He
hasn't beat Derek Lewis.
Yeah, okay, they need the rematch for that, I guess. He beat Blades. Okay, no, don't use that. Don't use that. That's a bunk. That's a pop.
Okay, chill out, bro.
It saved your computer from an untimely death.
I mean, most of this computer was free. Nobody know about that shit.
Oh, pretend didn't.
UFC rankings. Heavyweight. Damn, son.
Oh yeah, John Jones. Will John Jones come back for this? Doubtful.
That you know what Emil said to me? Damn, Stipe got sent back to Croatia.
That's nasty.
Emil's one of our buddies. He's the homie. He's a loyal dude. I can depend on Emil. Now they got to change that.
Yeah, no doubt.
Okay, so Derek Lewis.
Volkov. Forgot about Volkov.
So Derek Lewis. Okay, so
He already
so-
beat Rosenstruck.
so Rosenstruck is done.
Yep.
Volkov is not an issue.
Blades is out.
Shamil, I don't know who the fuck that is.
Aburakimov. Oh, yeah.
Oh.
He had a solid win.
No, he's got no chance.
You don't think so? Okay.
Walt Harris has no chance. I mean, you just go down the line, and these guys, they're just genetically, they're just not even close, and the skill doesn't. How do I explain this? The skill that they have over Ngannou doesn't equate to the genetic
The
difference.
physical gap.
Yeah, the physical gap
Yeah.
is too far for the skill.
So Cyril Gain, you think?
Cyril Gain is the only person I see in the top 10 that has any chance of defending. Now, as I see him more and more, he gets fatter and fatter. The first time I saw him, he was shredded.
He's trying to accumulate mass, bro.
No, he's just I think he's just getting older. Cyril Gain I think he's in his 30s.
Could be.
Early 30s, striking accuracy, grappling. Now he's a black belt, I believe, under
There's not many of those.
30 years old. He's fairly young. He's 4 years younger than Ngannou.
There's not many
He's
of
got
those
an
left.
81-inch reach.
Having like a top tier jiu-jitsu guy in the heavyweight division isn't a thing anymore.
Well, as you go up in weight,
The
there's
days,
less skill.
The days of Nogueira and Mir are over. That's no longer right now. It's not a thing.
Well, Nogueira was never a true heavyweight.
Big Nogueira? You sure? Big Nog?
Big Nog was never a true. He wasn't. Okay, let me explain this. He wasn't a true heavyweight, just like Brendan Schaub wasn't a true heavyweight. And what I mean by this is like Stipe is not a true heavyweight. These guys are 240. It's listen.
I think you have a skewed view for what heavyweight's supposed to be. I think it was more than that. I think he was surprised at how good the guy could fight.
back in the day, I had a lot of people owing me money.
I was gonna say he had a lot of people breaking into your house. I'm like, what the
And
fuck?
I don't know if you know, but opiates make pain disappear.
Yeah, I know that.
So I'd run into these guys on the street, and they'd give me lies. Like, oh yeah, my wife took it. It's like, bitch, I've never seen you be married. Who would marry you? You're a heroin addict.
Yeah.
And then the next day, I would see this guy. He'd have like his eyes fucking closed, a scar on his face. He's still fucking bleeding from last night, and he's hustling, man. He's trying to get his next fucking dose.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this guy's a fucking savage. Because if someone beat me up, I would take a day off. I would take a day off. I'd
Yeah.
be like, listen, dog. Like, I gotta go home.
Yeah.
Think about my life.
Sure.
Man, Jessica Andrade, did you see her trap? She's a sexy savage. Jessica Andrade, baby.
Oh yeah.
Oh, listen, to me, if you know what you want in life and you do it, you get to that point, Good for you.
I was just gonna say, yeah, go after it.
Go after it for sure.
Why not?
I need to write something else in here to make my point. You telling me no still?
Are you nuts? That's Karolina Kowalskiewicz.
You
Motherfucker.
butchered that fucking name.
No, it's not. Kowalkiewicz. Kowalkiewicz.
No, it's Kowalkiewicz.
I don't think that's
I
what
fucked that up too.
Yeah,
but,
you did.
But I don't think it's Kowalkiewicz.
Definitely fucked that one up.
One thing about Jessica Andrade and Rose Namajunas, I butchered that name
What
too.
the fuck was that?
Listen, I have a couple drinks. It's
Yeah,
all good.
okay, it's
baby
all
girl.
good. All right.
This is an open environment. We're open about who we are.
Yeah, apparently.
So she was getting pieced up by Rose. I don't know if you remember this fight. She was getting pieced up until she smashed Rose on her head. So this kind of goes back to Stipe and Ngannou fight, where Ngannou was supposedly supposed to win. Like if Ngannou and Stipe fight 10 times, I'd say Ngannou has 7. At this point.
In this version of themselves, yes. Like where they were today, because
Well, listen. Let me explain something to you.
my opinion has always been that Ngannou's own enemy
Stipe is never gonna improve
was himself.
past this.
Was his head.
Ngannou's never gonna. Stipe's never gonna improve past this. There's a certain age, just like Tyron.
No, I
Woodley's
agree. I
never
agree.
gonna age.
I agree. I mean, there might be some tools, some things they might fix in camp or whatever, but yeah,
These guys are.
By
They're not
and
gonna
large,
get better.
they're basically developed.
Well,
They're developed.
you can't teach a old 38 years old, 2 knockouts, 3 knockouts.
Coming back to what the fuck we were just talking about.
Yeah, 2 knockouts, 3 knockouts. You know, balls deep in.
No, I
In
agree with you in that
fighting-
sense. I think most of the fighters.
Give me
in
a
the
second.
UFC
I gotta find a lighter.
Okay.
Keep going though.
I think most of the fighters in the UFC are, I'll just do a little monologue. That's no problem. I think most of the fighters in the UFC are developed. So especially the heavyweight fighters that we have here, most of these guys get picked from lower divisions. They are coming from different promotions. They're not coming from the ground up. So at that point, their rate of development, especially if they're older, isn't going to be as high as some kid that they just picked off. Like the UFC doesn't have like fight academies that they're bringing people up on. So there's a limited amount of growth that these guys are going to have. There still are the outliers where guys will have, a certain way of fighting, and all of a sudden, like 5 years later, like, whoa, where did he come from again, or whatever. That does happen. There have been cases of that. I'm not trying to think of a few. I know Damian Maia had a resurgence because Damian Maia was fighting welterweight back in like the George St. Pierre days.
Yep.
And then he kind of came back and he's kind of changed his image and he's done new stuff. But most of these guys, especially if they get picked up when they're older, and especially to Armand's point earlier about being a heavyweight fighter, their development is limited. And it's not a knock against them. That's not saying they're
It's
shitty
hard
fighters.
to move when you're 260, bro.
Yeah, there's also that. Yeah, you're a big guy.
Like I've been 225 and I had a hard time sleeping. And at that point I realized, like, listen, not only do girls not give a fuck that if I'm the difference between me being 225 and having a hard time fucking going up Grouse Mountain or going up on a hike and being 210 and
Not
being,
worth it.
having cardio
Not worth it.
is totally different because like let's be real, right? When you get to know a girl and you have sex, right? More likely than not, she's gonna want you to go multiple rounds. She doesn't want you to just fuck once and
True.
then just be out.
True.
She wants to. So what do you think is better for that relationship? For you to be 210
So you're
and have multiple cardio sessions where you can bust 3 nuts, or you want to be 225 and have good delts but fuck and bust in 6
so
minutes.
your body image decisions were driven by how many times you could fuck a girl in a night.
Everything we do is based on how many girls we can get. Are you fucking kidding me?
That is the biggest thing right
I'm
there.
not
Hey,
I'm not a selfish
There you go.
dude.
There you
know,
go.
if you're helping me bust nuts, I will help you bust nuts.
yes, there you go.
I've
baby.
pulled over multiple times to help people change a fucking tire,
Yo,
boost their cars.
I thought you were gonna say some other shit. Like I pulled over multiple times to eat my girl's pussy. Like Jesus fuck.
That's been done before.
That is
But
some next level generosity to
but-
pull over on the side of the road and be like, you know what?
pull it down, girl. Step on over.
That
here.
is some shit right there.
No, I've listen. Let's be honest here. not to go into too many details, but I've helped out girls, guys, not sexually, but
Just to clear
but
it up.
as a friend,
Yeah, of course.
as a citizen of the earth, I've helped people, and I've made mistakes, and I've gotten mad at people. Today at the gym, I got mad at some dude because he was like, he sees me hitting the heavy bag. I was hitting the heavy bag for like 45 minutes straight, and he sees me hit the heavy bag, and there's a pull-up bar right behind me.
Yeah.
And he comes and he starts doing pull-ups right behind me. Like if you're hitting the heavy bag, nobody should be around you.
Yeah.
It's just simple common sense.
Well, is it like
There's
a small?
14 other
I was
pull-up
gonna
bars.
say, is it a small area? Or like, what's the deal?
Listen, this gym is like 17,000 square feet. There's no small indication. There's only 80 people allowed at a time at the gym. Like, you're supposed to be spaced out,
Yeah.
right? And it's COVID.
Yeah.
Why are you up my ass, man? So I'm like, hey, man, listen, are you going to be working out here a long time? He's like, I don't know. Whenever I feel like leaving. And
I
that
hate when people
triggered the shit out of me. His demeanor changed.
Yeah,
He's
sure.
like, oh, sorry, brother. He went, he got a drink, came back. He's like, he got water.
Yeah.
He came back. He's like, I'm sorry. And then eventually my anger went down. So I just went up to him. I'm like, man, sorry. You know, I didn't mean to get all aggro on you and shit. But like the way you came up to me, your presentation was wrong.
Yeah, sure.
You know what I mean? And not, you know, there's people don't, if you look at me, I don't look like anything. I don't look any special. I don't look like anything. I just look like a regular fucking dude. But there's a side of me that's like straight criminal, right? And I try to withstand people because I've been in the general public for a long time now, and I try to like
Gen Pop.
Gen Pop for a long time now, and I try to relate to what people do, and I don't try to discriminate against them.
Yeah, sure.
Right? But there's a level that, you know, you reach, because as savage as I am, I try to be a gentle person.
Yeah.
And I try to respect people. I try to respect elderly, young people, everybody. But when you come up and you start acting like, you know, and you know, it's scary because I find myself sometimes like thinking like, man, I got something to lose now because I'm in school now.
Yeah.
You know, I'm in school now. I can't be acting like I was, you
It's
know,
true.
doing stuff before. But yeah, man, I just feel like this whole COVID shit, it's really affecting dating big time.
Well, let's go back. Oh, yeah, let's go to that. Sure. Yeah.
Big time.
100%.
Are you fucking kidding? Yo, man, fuck you with these nuts. Just take a bag home. Just don't eat it here, though.
I don't want to eat these at home.
Jesus Christ. If I knew you're going to be nuts about nuts, I wouldn't get nuts.
Why would you even get the nuts?
I thought you're going to munch on them beforehand. And I
No,
didn't
there's no
know
time
you're
for
going to
that.
be a Eddie Bravo about this. You're like a Jack Russell Terrier, bro. Once you start on those nuts, you can't stop. It's like, Jesus fucking Christ, man.
They're good, man.
They're good. Do you think there's going to be any difference?
Listen, I like Masvidal for a bunch of
Thank
reasons.
you for doing that.
Yeah.
That was good.
I like Masvidal for a bunch of reasons. One of being that I think it's his dad or his mom is from Peru. So like I'm like, okay, that's cool.
Isn't he Cuban?
Yes, but one of his parents are from Peru, so he's got that Peruvian
Isn't
blood.
that like
in
the same?
him. Nope, not even close.
I'm just saying that so ignorantly. That's like saying like Iraq and Pakistan.
yeah,
are
it's
the
the
same.
same Middle
Yeah,
East.
it's like,
yeah,
eh.
sure.
But
and-
linguistic wise, it's the same.
Even that it's a bit different. Like yeah, they speak Spanish, but they speak a different kind of Spanish.
Can you speak like if we go to Cuba, you know how to speak there?
Well, no, Spanish is Spanish. It's just that their accent is totally different than mine, and I can't conform to that accent. Like that's just
So English wise, what does it equate to? Is it as far as like Irish and Canadian
yeah,
English?
something like that. Yeah, it's that.
Or is it even further than that?
No, it's about that different. Where it's just an accent thing, really. Some of their words will be different too, and it'll be and that we're not gonna like. Yeah, you're not. You're fine.
Listen, you know me for fucking 10 years now. I mean, you've known me well for 2.
Yeah.
I tend not to drink.
Yeah, you don't. That's something that I noticed actually.
I'm not a big drinker. I like to make it a special occasion. Like if I go out with a girl, and you know the situation comes up where we're going to a bar or something, I like to get a beer.
That's the
get a
yeah.
shot.
That's the yeah. That's
But
it.
like, if I have a problem in my life, do I
Oh,
go sit in
yeah,
a
yeah.
bar and have a bunch of drinks? Fuck no.
or even that, just like drinking just to drink. I don't do that either.
I can't. I hate the taste.
Yeah, that's different. I mean, I actually I do like it. I do enjoy it, but
Do
I don't.
you like the taste though? Do you like the effect? Because
I,
that's
I like both.
Thing.
I like both. So in certain things, I
How
like
dare
it.
you say you like the taste? How do you like the taste?
I don't know, man. It's just something in me. I think it's genetic.
I came out too late. My sister came out as premature.
Yeah.
And I came out too late. I came out being 12 pounds. All right.
I feel like you make some of these things up, but I have to
I'm-
believe you because it's like, how do you even make this shit up?
The swiftness of how I'm saying this stuff is because it's not a lie. A lie would be a stutter.
That's not true.
To me, it is because if I have to think about what it is,
Not everyone lies the same. That's why I'm like,
true.
I've seen
that's
some fucking
true.
good liars.
That's
Like,
true. I might be.
oof, good.
Listen. This is the bet you gotta make. I might be the best liar you ever met, or I might be one of them, or I might be actually lying,
Well, the thing is,
or it might be true.
I know you're ambiguous in that sense because you will tell me these like crazy stories that end up being true.
No, but that's not really what's
it's
going
not.
on.
It's
but
not just me saying that
Yeah.
because the people that told me that
Who told you though? Let's dive into this,
We're not really
okay?
dropping names just for
No,
your
no,
benefit.
no. We're not gonna drop no names, but we're just gonna dive into this and see who these people are because I'm fucking curious as fuck what these people's backgrounds are. Can I sit in a room with these people? Where would I run into these people?
What the fuck?
Where would I run into these people?
These are normal people, bro. These are my people. They're normal people, okay? They're not gonna be from your
some
area
people
of
you
life.
work with?
Yeah, some people I work with, some like my boys, the
Your boys, so some
my
people
people
I know?
Yeah, of course. My
Okay.
peoples. They're just like normal people.
Can we say that boys that we know are less biased than the people that you work with?
Depending on what's being talked about, sure.
Is there anything sexier than knowing a girl can fight and she's sexy as fuck? Like she's still feminine, right? This might be like my cisgender bullshit saying this,
Sure.
but listen, just open your mind right now, okay? I'm not saying I'm better than you in any way. I'm just saying when you know a girl can fight, it's a masculine feature that looks good on females.
I need to get more high for this shit.
Dog, it's amazing because you're like, listen, I could take care of you, but you could take care of me. Like, listen, if I'm getting jumped all of a sudden, you can come down. Like, if you don't know fighting, if you had to bet that you were gonna spar Ronda Rousey at her prime, would you bet on yourself? Okay, or would you bet on Ronda Rousey? And we're talking real money, right? We're talking your whole life savings,
Yeah, like
all
it's-
your debt, all your everything you
Sure.
own, everything your parents own, anybody that you're attached to. We're talking like millions
Okay,
potentially.
So is this me versus Ronda Rousey?
You sparring Ronda Rousey, would you put money on her? Why I say this is this: if you're getting jumped,
Yeah.
the average person is going to be like you, jumping you.
Yeah.
Okay, so therefore, if you're dating a girl like Ronda Rousey or a girl that fights, period, fights as in trains.
Yeah.
Okay, she has a good chance against a regular dude like
Yes.
you that doesn't
Yeah,
train.
sure.
Right. So therefore, you're like, hey, can I take her? Because the average person is like me that would jump me.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
can she protect me at that point?
Sure.
Right? There's a huge thing when you go out. People don't understand this. Nightlife's crazy. You stay out at 11, that's one thing. But you go up till 2, 3 o'clock, everything wise.
Fight wise,
Give me your highlights of the night, man.
watching
Let's wrap this bitch up.
two
We're
fucking
at 123, son. It's
two
gonna be a bitch to edit.
two fucking knockouts that were pretty fucking. We didn't even talk about that Sean O'Malley fight. I mean, we
Let's hear it right now.
were watching like bits and pieces, so we didn't like get the whole thing. But the Sean O'Malley fight was the little that I saw of it.
You want some of this?
It was going back. No, okay. It was going back and forth, and near the end, O'Malley was starting to tool up Almeida to the
Yep.
point where he, at first glance, I thought he knocked him out in the sense of like not knocked out cold, but Almeida was
He was
clearly
dazzled.
done.
Yep.
And then I thought that O'Malley landed an unnecessary shot. But when I watched it again and then again on the replays, it made more sense why the ref kept the fight going because Almeida, when
He made eye contact.
he
His
made
eyes
eye
didn't roll
contact
back.
and he also was in a defensive position.
Yeah.
That's my biggest thing because guys, I think, can be knocked out while they're still standing.
Yep.
Like there's a such thing of unintelligible defending where you just, it's like muscle memory at that point.
Yep.
You're not actually doing it on purpose. You're just doing it.
Exactly.
And I don't think it's good for people to let fights go on further than that just to see the guy get knocked out cold. That's just not healthy. It's pointless. Like the guy's already out. There's no point in like whatever. But in this one, it made sense.
Listen,
it made
can
sense
I ask you a
'cause-
question?
Mhm.
What if they stopped it too early and you paid $80
Mhm.
and with tax it's $69 American, which
Yeah.
is like 85 bucks Canadian.
Yeah.
You waited 3 months. You mark your calendar down. This was a special day for you.
Mhm.
You worked hours and hours and hours. Your boss yelled at you, called your wife a cunt, all
Okay.
this shit. You're waiting 3-4 months for this fight. Fight happens, ends too early. That's not the decision. That's a real decision. But now, for sure, that was the right call. But do you think in another dimension, you yourself in a different situation, would you say that, hey, if he didn't punch him in the face, that was too early of a call because he made eye contact? Can you make that argument? Yes, you can.
I am getting too high for this. What the fuck?
What's up,
I
baby?
mean, I get what you're saying.
Deep waters.
I think-
okay?
I think you made
need
it-
to be able to conversate when you're high as shit.
You made it way too complicated for yourself.
I
but
didn't. I
You
understand
did
it perfectly.
No, yeah,
You don't.
You understand it perfectly because you said it, and you said a lot. You're gonna watch this back on replay and be like, "That's a lot of."
I
lot of
never
shit.
do this. Every time you've said this 4 times in all the last episodes. You're like, you're gonna look back at this and you're gonna say with a grin, "This was stupid" or blah blah
And
blah.
haven't you?
I've never done that. I've never really. I've looked at these videos.
Have you watched them?
I've watched them at least once, each of them,
Okay.
just to see how I.
We'll look out for them and their fucking health because no one else will. So it's not up to us as the viewers to give a shit about that. I don't whatever, but it's up to the promotion to be like, okay, we need to be careful with how much damage these guys take because we're just shortening their careers.
I think MMA is in the top tier because when you look at Muay Thai, when you look at K1, you look at any kickboxing,
Yeah.
boxing, they have multiple stoppages,
Yeah,
and it's been proven that your telomeres, which are, I'm too fucking high and stupid to explain what the fuck telomeres are, but just Google telomeres. When your telomeres actually shorten as you get more and more concussions.
okay.
And basically your telomeres equate somehow, I'm not going to go into it, but it equates somehow to lifespan and genetics in certain aspects.
Okay.
Like, for example, if you have very long genetically telomeres,
Mhm.
right? I was listening to Rhonda Patrick,
Yeah, yeah.
and she was saying if you have really long telomeres, you have a very high chance of being able to go through concussions over and over again. You want to open that door for
Sure.
me?
Yeah, sure.
You can go through concussions over and over again without having the negative aspect of getting affected linguistic wise and also just movement and actually change, like whether concussions actually change you as a person. Like,
Right.
you can make the argument that Overeem has probably the most concussions right now in the UFC
Yeah,
right
he's
now.
up there. He's up there.
And when he talks, he has no speech impediment. He's
Yeah.
on cue.
Yeah, yeah.
Understands. He might genetically have such long telomeres that is okay with him. Whereas tons of other guys stutter and shit and
Yeah.
they stroke out early, they die, they get heart attacks, they get blind.
Mhm.
They have all these huge negative aspects,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And then that's why I think Mayweather's so special. Mayweather is 40-0.
Yep.
Is he 50-0?
49 made it 50 with the some people say yes, some people say no, depending if you consider the Conor McGregor fight
That
a
was
real
a fight.
fight.
Come on, man. That was a fight.
So if that's not a
man.
real fight, it's 49. If it was, it's 50. That was his 50th.
It counts because it was boxing. Doesn't matter if it's Conor McGregor. It doesn't
For
matter
some
if it's
people,
LeBron
yeah,
James.
so for some people,
It's a fucking boxing fight.
for some people it does. So it's just whether.
Listen, boxing is
So yeah,
closer
50
to jiu-jitsu. If you train boxing, only boxing, well, obviously, any athlete in your sport, you're gonna shine. You're gonna outshine.
Yeah.
It's like if you're a tap dancer and I'm a boxer and I start tap dancing. Well, no shit, you're gonna fucking
Okay, let's
beat the fuck out of me. Obviously, it just makes more sense that way. But that's the thing with like these guys, right? That's what you chase, but general population is actually people that will get major concussions. They're gonna have major memory
Yes,
loss.
come
They're
back.
gonna have speech impediments. They're gonna die early. They're gonna have to be on disability at some point in their life. You know, it's not bright.
Yeah.
So why do people keep doing it? Why do you think people keep fucking doing this shit over and over again? What are they chasing?
It's either you straight up like just love actual fighting, you just love to beat people up and get beat up. Some guys just have that in them. The fucking Diego Sanchez's and Clay Guidas of the world, they just love to get hit and love to hit. So it doesn't matter if you pay them just enough to get by. That's enough for them. They'll fight till they're fucking 90. They don't care. And then there's the other people that realize that they have a very, very, very high level of skill for putting people down, and those people realize that is their best chance at making it big. So I think it's one of the two.
I think it's scary, man, because like you're just, you know, as we talked before about how the older you get, years are actually less ratio
Yes,
your
yeah.
lifetime. Therefore, they feel excuse me. They feel like they're faster.
Yeah.
So as you age, life gets faster, obviously. It makes sense that way. But it's an illusion. Because it's the same.
Yep.
However, if you're spending your time being a fighter, how many years you think you actually have?
Oh, this is a good one.
Because you have to minus out
Yeah, the
just
shit.
the 30 years at the end of
Yep.
your life where
Yep.
you're thinking about nothing, you're demented, you're confused.
Yep.
You know, what is that worth it when you actually calculate it like that?
Yeah.
Because you know, there's lots of guys I know that love this sport and do it for you know, for the fame and to be champions. But Jesus Christ, are they actually thinking about the future, or do they just not have any choices?
It's both. You have a lot of guys that get into this that are not that smart, right? Like they were never really good at anything mentally. Not to say that they're stupid, but they just never found a skill or something that they could work at that provided enough to them that fighting does. So for them, it's like, it's no second thought. The smart guys, I think, are the ones that get in early, do well early, realize that they're good, capitalize on it, and get out. So the guys like the Mayweathers, the Dominic Cruzes, trying to think of,
I wouldn't say Dominic Cruz is up there.
honestly, without this last fight, he should have been, because he basically got out of the game. Commentator, he's a pretty well-spoken guy.
Yeah, but he's not. He's not.
But
like,
he's only. I think.
you
I
can't
think
put Mayweather and Dominic Cruz together, dude.
no, but
I don't know what's with you and Dominic Cruz.
No,
But last time you said Dominic Cruz, well, BJ Penn thing, dog. BJ Penn is a. You can't compare BJ Penn. I thought about this over and over again. You can't compare BJ Penn with Dominic Cruz. You just can't. Dominic Cruz is not even close to BJ Penn. Dominic
we're not
Cruz,
going to get into that. We're not going to get into that.
Dominic Cruz
my point
is
was,
like way below that.
the biggest point that I was going to make is, I'm saying, when I mean the successful ones, I think any fighter that gets out as early as they can with regards to their life, their age.
Okay,
so
fair.
So getting out early, I think for me, anywhere in your, Mayweather's a bit of an exception because he kind of like stretched it because technically he's been active till he was like 40. But anybody gets out in their early
But
30s
he had like
to
you
their
said,
mid
man.
30s, if you get out in that time and you've already capitalized on it, so whether you've been a champion before or whether you had a big sponsorship, whatever that was, get all of that while you can, leverage it, and then get out. I think those are the smart guys.
Yeah.
So the error that a lot of these guys get into is they get to that high level, but they cash out way too late. So they end up
What do you mean cash out?
getting out of the game and going into something else and making something else with their lives. Are the guys that win a championship and then lose it and then try to like get up back to where they were like 5 years ago. That takes them another like 10 years. And they end up being in the sport till they're fucking 45. You can't be doing that because that's going to fuck you right up physically. So I think a lot of these guys that have gotten out of the fight game, at least somewhat. Forrest Griffin is a good example. Forrest Griffin got out and he's working a non-combat role that's gonna fuck him up physically, and he got out when he was like 35. Those are the kind of examples that I mean. I don't mean like how good. I'm not comparing how good they are. I just mean that they got to some amount of success. Like Griffin was champion for a minute, gets out, and then manages to do something else. Those are the fighters that I bring up. Mayweather's the obvious one because he's like the most successful combat fighter of all time. A TED talk I saw about that where someone's like, or sports just in general, not even just boxing or like combat sports, but or sports in general, are the athletes more or less talented than they were back then?
Pound for pound, I'd say less.
Now versus then?
I'd say as much technology as we have.
Yeah.
Pound for pound, they're not as great.
That's,
like the greatest of back then
Yeah,
were
yeah.
actual anomalies without the technology.
so that's actually that was the conclusion that the person that presented this actually came to as well, is that it's the level of technological advancements that have taken us from when we were back then to where we are now. However, all that really means is that whether it happened 200 years ago or 100 years ago or now, if the person was a genetic anomaly, they were probably at a same level, if that makes sense. So like a genetic anomaly 200 years ago would have performed just as well now as they did back then. Because with all the adjustments that you have for technological developments, genetically speaking, the amount of anomalies has always been the same. So it'll always happen where you get these like generational talents and stuff.
Is it the same, you think, every time?
Yeah. The amount and how much they are is about the same. It's just that it appears like it's more because of the technology that we have.
It's like a queen ant, man.
So if you took like Jesse Owens, like back from 1950s,
Yeah.
where he ran the world record,
Yeah.
they actually theorized that if you put him on a modern track with modern shoes and modern training, he'd actually get the same time as like Usain Bolt, close to. Usain Bolt is actually another genetic anomaly that's even higher.
What do you mean higher?
Higher, but like higher than normal. So like he is actually quite a bit of a genetic anomaly. Like even if he did what he's doing now back in the 50s, he still would have been like a crazy world champion.
What? Okay, but hold on. I think if he did what he did in the 50s, he'd even be a bigger anomaly. The younger the sport, the less the skill.
Yes.
So, right there, he would even be a bigger anomaly. I think if we took
But it
him back
depends.
to the,
But
I think a percentage of how much of an anomaly he is, I think has to do with technology. And when you take that down, he's probably the same as a guy in the 50s.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
I think it's a gap, right? You have these regular, and then you have these stanzas, and all these stanzas are the anomalies.
Yeah.
And every few years you have an anomaly.
Mhm,
It's like every decade you have
Yeah.
a LeBron,
Yeah.
right? A Michael, a Kobe.
Yeah.
Pretty much. We can go back. Fucking
Mhm.
Dr. J, Oscar Robinson, Bill Russell.
Yeah.
Like, dog, we can go back, son. And it's like literally every 10 years there's one or at least two huge, head guys in every sport and in everything. Even in sciences, we can go back, right? Before Hawking's, you go back to Einstein, right? And it's just like you have these crazy anomalies, but I don't know if it's the tech or if it's just you see them every decade. Is it the tech? Is the tech getting better?
No, because also we're like way over time, but
It's okay. We'll cut some of this stuff out.
hopefully because this is like close to 2 hours.
It's okay. Let's hit like 155, and then we'll cut it off, and then I'll cut like 15
Oh yeah,
minutes
gotcha.
off.
Yeah.
15, 20 minutes. We'll see.
I think the probability of having a genetic anomaly is stay the same. Always like that. That's never going to change. Because that's to do with just us as humans, and we're not changing as humans.
Yeah. You think so? You don't think we're changing? as
Genetically,
humans?
we're the same as we were like 2,000 years ago, because that's not a lot of time. Genetic change happens over a much longer time.
That's fine, but in 2,000 years, we've seen periodically anomalies.
No, okay, so yes, but
David versus Goliath. That's anomaly.
no, that's well. Do you believe? I thought you said you didn't believe in that.
Hey,
bro.
come on, man.
I
Listen.
thought you said you didn't believe in
Dog,
that.
you gotta give me some respect. If I'm reading your fucking
Also,
fictional book,
I don't need to read that because that was Old Testament, right? Those are stories.
listen, Old Testament is like your grandfather, right?
No, that's
he
not
says
how it
the
works.
N word from time to time.
I told you already,
but
man.
he's a true
That's-
motherfucker.
they didn't record history
He-
like that.
87 years old, he'll put a deck down with form work,
That's
and
not-
he'll give you a wink, son. He's a
That's
savage.
not how they do it. But what I was gonna say is that genetically we are the same as we were 1,000 years ago because genetics don't change that quickly.
No, yeah,
genetics
it's
works on
just
like millions of
it's-
years.
It's
That's
not
what I'm
that
saying.
long. No, for
so,
sure.
So us as humans, we haven't changed much in a few thousand years. So then at that point, like, I'm like, come on, like it's only been 2,000 years.
I know, man. Keep going.
So at that point, the amount of the probability that you will have these genetic anomalies is the same now as it was back then.
Yep.
That hasn't changed.
So technology.
It's the technology. So it seems like it's crazy.
Damn, bro.
Right?
That's the craziest part of this. It's like you wonder like whether we're heading there because you see people get taller
Mm-hmm.
generation after generation. Like Koreans right now are actually like fairly tall people now.
Males. And they found out that it was due big part of it was due to their nutrition. How much meat that they ate was actually a really big indicator of how tall they
How
were going to be.
crazy is that? Meat kills
Meat.
you,
Meat was
but it also makes you fucking huge.
yeah, no, it's crazy. Yeah, like in protein-rich diets, you're gonna grow more than in countries that don't eat. It's more like mainly carbs.
I mean, look, dude, we grew up with a meat fucking head, bro. This guy used to have like bologna. He used to have cream cheese and bologna sandwiches. He used to have them like 6 times a day,
Jesus.
every 2 hours. Dude, think about it. You're in grade 10. You're 15 years old. Your dick's hard as fuck. You look beside you. There's a kid with like 18-inch arms. He's eating a bologna sandwich. It's like science. It's like 8:30 in the morning. You're like, what the fuck, man?
Who is this?
Dude, I won't tell on air, but I'll write it down. But yeah, keep going.
Okay. Yeah, so that at that point you find out that it's a lot to do with the nutrition of yeah. It's a lot to do with the nutrition.
Nutrition?
Yeah.
Or was it something else?
Nutrition.
Okay. Was it supplementation? Or was it like oranges?
Something.
Okay. Let's be honest. What the fuck was it? Why are we lying here?
Some kind of nutrition, man. Fuck.
All right. Was it extra protein or extra something else? You know?
Extra something.
That hush hush, man. Shit.
Oh man.
You know, it's crazy that stuff. People still don't know. Like, you know, there's that. Have you seen that movie, Faster?
Oh yeah,
What is
faster, better, stronger, or whatever.
Better, faster. I
Yeah,
don't.
something like that.
We're butchering it, but
We are.
All due respect, that was a good documentary. But yo, that documentary is crazy because it follows pro bodybuilders, and it also follows athletes, and it also follows like pretty much most sports, and you see how crazy it is. And this guy also follows his brother. This is like 10-year-old news.
I remember that one. Yeah, yeah, with brother.
And basically, this guy he shows all these like guys that are
He was
like
he was
excelling.
was he a football player, or bodybuilder? I forget.
Both.
Both,
So
yeah.
they did they did football,
Football and then
they
body.
did wrestling,
Mhm.
and then they did like fake wrestling, and then with the fake wrestling they did like heavy bodybuilding, powerlifting type of stuff.
Yeah, yeah, okay.
Yeah, so these guys were going about it, and it was like you see this guy, he's showing his brother who's like an amateur, he's about to be a pro, he's not that great, he's
Yeah.
a bodybuilder, he's winning, he's losing, whatever. And then he shows these pro athletes, like pro bodybuilders, like anomalies in every sport. He shows them, and a lot of these guys are doing exactly what his brother's doing,
Yeah.
but they're just fucking anomalies.
Yeah.
Right? And it really goes down to show. Eventually, you know, spoiler alert in fucking 2, 3, 1, it's fucking 10 years old. Suck my dick. This guy's brother like kills himself and shit
Yeah.
because he gets all depressed because
Yeah.
he's taking all these roids to deal with these anomaly dudes. And, you know, listen, in my opinion, you want to take roids, wait till you're 25, right? 30 years old, you're fully grown. Do a legitimate blood test, like with a doctor. Open up to a doctor, be like, hey, listen, you might have to go through 10 doctors. But open up to a doctor, say, listen,
Yo,
I'm
what-
doing
what-
this.
would I have
this
better-
is my body.
Yo, real talk. Would I have better with an Iranian doctor?
Listen, I could set you up with something
No,
tomorrow.
no. Without that, I just mean in general. Would I have better luck with an Iranian? Do you think? Like
You gotta talk to him proper, bro.
like legit Iranian. Like he just
You gotta talk to him proper. You
he's
gotta
like
drop hints.
mi-
Or metaphorical
He's like
as fuck.
he's mid 30s and like just came in from Iran like 5 years ago.
If he has cauliflower ears and traps, yes. Okay.
I'll keep that in mind. Okay.
So just read him out. It's like the first round of Stipe Miocic fight.
'Cause
You gotta read it out, son. You say Stipe all day until you see that Ngannou fucking.
Because
cross,
I actually got a guy and he's Iranian. I was curious about how would
you
he
could drop it on him. Listen, they've seen the worst.
Yeah.
Especially if they have an accent. They've seen
does,
the
he does,
worst
he does.
of the worst.
He does.
So you know he's from back home. Those guys are savages back home, bro. You get beat up by fucking police cops and you go to the same university. Like, you're a protester, but you're also the professor. Like, yo, bro, it's crazy over there, man. I'm telling
Jesus.
you.
'Cause
It's like,
yeah.
it's wild. People don't understand how wild it is. And it's people over there where they come over here, like, when we tell you the stories, it sounds like we're making shit up.
sometimes.
But it's true, man.
Yeah.
Like, people actually go to prison there and get their foot drilled to like say what their name is and like to
Unbelievable,
snitch
man.
up people.
Unbelievable.
That's a fact. People get whipped and shit. People get killed for like holding hands with their wife. There's some. So any last thoughts about the night, man? Give me some pointers, daddy. Give me some pointers. Give me some.
Fucking good night, man.
I think it was.
It was a good night. We
Emil says he's with his parents. Of course. Where else would you be? I wish the day I see this guy say, dude, I'm 2 pussies deep. I'm ankle deep in some puss.
if he is, he wouldn't say it like that because I'm pretty sure that's happened already. Because
You think? Okay.
When he's unavailable, he's really weird about it. Like you know what I mean? Like he's very nervous about it. It's really interesting. yeah. Fucking mysterious and shit, and like you won't exactly say what's going on.
It's not necessarily mysterious. It's like clumsy mysterious though. It's like I don't know. Like it's like it's not.
That's what I mean. He wouldn't be like, "Oh, I'm 2 pussies deep." Yeah.
No. He would never say
but
that.
if-
Even
well,
if he was.
That's what I'm saying. If he
But
was,
I want him. Like a part of me wants him to say that shit.
Oh,
I
yeah,
feel like a part of me would release into the earth.
Yeah.
And it'd just be like a good karma type of thing. Just to see this guy once in his fucking life be indifferent
Yeah.
than what he is. Great dude. Like super respectful dude.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just nice to see you be different than what you naturally
Yeah,
are.
yeah,
You
I
know,
agree.
To see different sides of you. You know what I'm saying? I thought, you think Stipe is going to win this back or no?
win it back with Ngannou there? No.
No chance?
I don't. Not no chance. 30% chance. Remember, because we said fight 10 times, 7 times Ngannou wins. I think he's got a 30% chance of winning, which is not great odds. If I'm fighting for the title, I want at least 50-50, probably more in my favor.
50-50.
At least to take the fight.
So you've never had a fight where you had
No,
40?
I'm saying for the championship.
Okay.
Yeah, for the championship, right? Because I want a good fucking chance of winning that shit. I wouldn't want to play with that.
It's tough, man.
Yeah.
I saw 2 legends retire today.
Fuck,
And
honestly,
take it
man.
from me. Take it from me. Retire. Enjoy your fucking life. Enjoy your
Set
life
yourself
with
up
your,
for that next
with your
level, man.
family. Yo,
That next-
everything, man. Everything.
that
Do
next
everything
level.
you can.
Absolutely. These guys are set up.
Uh,
They're totally set up,
to
man.
just set yourself up, and then boom, you're out. You're out with your
Enjoy
family,
life, man.
and you're just
Enjoy
running a
life.
business, man. Not everybody could do it, but you can do it. If you're a pro athlete, you can fucking do it. And with that, I think that's it,
You
man.
gonna fade
We're
me out first?
We're out, daddy.
Peace.
Deuce.
Great episode, guys. Really enjoyed that one. This was a bitch to edit. But what are you gonna do, baby? Left giving you lemons. You call the homies and make a barbecue, son. You know what I'm saying? You don't gotta play by its rules. You gotta make the rules. Forgive the unforgivable. Forgive yourself. Forgive that mother, man. She tried her best, man. Even if welfare. Even if on welfare, baby. She made it count. And that's respectable. You don't gotta be the best. You just gotta try. Try and enjoy yourself. matter, king or street sweeper. You're gonna see your reaper one day. Might as well make it count. Talk to that girl, man. Ask for that raise, baby. Be thankful for what you have. 'Cause it's always not promised, man. Sometimes it disappears. Sometimes it just reappears again in your life. Bless yourself. Because nobody else will. Funny but foul. Share, subscribe. Enjoy your days. Because the future's already here, baby. Good night, ladies and gentlemen. It's been an honor. Rip Senor Perez. Remember you, big dog.